Hey, what is up guys, I'm Untitled, and today is actually going to be a video, another one of those videos, like, this team's going to be the next super team. This video is actually going to be on the Los Angeles Lakers and why I think they're going to be the next super team, and basically it's going to be like, why I think in the next 1 or 2 years they could actually be a really good team, maybe title contenders, maybe top 5 in their conference, Really, the title's mostly clickbait, not really, but I'm actually going to give you legitimate reasons why I do think they're going to be the next super team. I try to do this for every team. God, Brooklyn was hard to do this for. But, let's get right into the Lakers and let me see if I can change your opinion on the Los Angeles Lakers. My first reason is obviously a long shot, or he was the second overall pick, Lonzo Ball, who averaged 14.6 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 7 assists per game in his 1 year at college. This dude has tons of potential, and by that I mean he was able to make Kyle Kuzma, who was the 27th pick of the first round by the Brooklyn Nets. Pretty sure he got traded or something to the Los Angeles Lakers. This dude was 27th pick. No lie, Lonzo Ball made this dude look like the next Shaq with all the alley oops he was throwing, dunks he was throwing. If he can make that look like that with Kyle Kuzma, just think now that they traded for Brook Lopez, what Lonzo Ball will be able to do for him. Lopez is a veteran for one, so he'll be able to learn from Brook Lopez, learn off his stuff. But Lonzo Ball it will be much easier to throw alley oops to Brook Lopez, get him down in the post, and Brook Lopez will pretty much do the rest after you pass it to him. He's pretty much a future Hall of Famer in my opinion. So, I think Lonzo Ball and Brook Lopez, they're going to mesh very, very, very well. And the reason I think this is because, Brook Lopez was actually doing really good in Brooklyn with Jeremy Lin as their point guard. And I don't think Jeremy Lin's going to be better than what Lonzo Ball is. That's just my opinion. So, if he could excel as much as he did in Brooklyn with Jeremy Lin, I think he'll be able to completely excel with Lonzo Ball, especially with the roster he has around him, and who's so young. I think he would really be able to teach him up before the season. When season starts, they'll be ready. I think they can actually make the playoffs this year. There's a chance. I just made a video actually if you want to go see what I think if they will make the playoffs or not, and just go, link in the description. Shameless plug. I don't care. And obviously, all right, now I'm going to go to reason number 2. And my second reason is how young their entire depth chart is. But instead of getting into their entire depth chart, I'm really just going to get into their starters for this video. And really, they're so young. So obviously, I just said they have a rookie point guard in Lonzo Ball, who has the potential to be one of the best passers in the entire league, in my opinion. I didn't think he would be so good, but then when I saw him in Summer League, I know Summer League doesn't mean everything, but once I saw him in Summer League, literally averaging triple doubles almost, throwing passes from half court lobs, he kind of made me believe that he could be a great passer in this league and actually become almost an all-star caliber point guard. You never really know. Do I think he'll be the best point guard to ever live? Obviously not. But do I think he could be really good in this league? Yes. And then that's not it. Their second year player and Brandon Ingram, who I'm pretty sure was a first round pick last year. I'm not sure. And he had a very lackluster rookie year, but that was really because his team around him wasn't that good. He had point guard D'Angelo Russell, so I guess he's all right, but he didn't really fit in well with him. And plus, he didn't really have a team that he could play defense with, because that's really what he's going to be good at, is defense. And then if Brook Lopez can kind of teach him up on post offense and defense, that would be awesome. And then I'm sure he'll get a jump shot eventually. When he gets a jump shot, he will be a beast. I do think Brandon Ingram actually has the potential to be a monster in this league if he really puts his work in, really does it. And then obviously, Julius Randle, Brook Lopez, and Brandon Ingram, they'll be able to mesh really well in the front court. But then, like I said, Julius Randle, this dude is only 22 years old. Julius Randle, he's actually their starting power forward, who's actually proven that he could be a very, very solid power forward. And I think with Lonzo Ball, Brook Lopez, and Brandon Ingram all to take some attention away from him, I think he will excel because obviously, like I said, Lonzo Ball will be able to pass to any one of them in the front court, and it's pretty hard to guard all 5 people on the court, because then you also have Kendavius Caldwell Pope, who's kind of a veteran by now, but he can really shoot. He has a really nice shot, so it's kind of hard to have to guard all 5 people. Usually, there's at least one weak link in the starting 5. Literally in this, there's no extremely great players besides maybe Brook Lopez. but also there's no weak people in this lineup, I wouldn't say. Surprisingly, the weakest player in this lineup is probably Brandon Ingram, but you never know what he could do. I think he's going to come back and actually have a bounce back year this year. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. Now, the third and final reason, like, you might call this a stretch or something, but their cap space is actually, like, they did really good because obviously, no, they got rid of Timothy Mozgov, maybe one of the worst contracts in the entire NBA. I don't know why he got it. It was way too big for what he had. And, like, he's just terrible. Like, terrible. It's awful. The contract was awful. And obviously, they also have multiple 1-year deals on their contract. I'm pretty sure they already have like 20 million still in cap space. So next year, they could really excel and maybe acquire Paul George because he's on a 1-year deal. You never know. If they can get Paul George, that would be huge for him for sure, obviously. So do I think they'll be able to get him? Of course. So I know the third reason was kind of short, but that's pretty much going to be it for this video, unfortunately. But comment below if you want to see more videos like this, next Super Team videos, like what kind of videos you want. You want me to start in a new series? Really, a lot of my videos I'll get from you. Like I really love y'all all. And if you really like this video, hit the like button. If you really, really liked me and you want more videos like this daily, I've been on a daily grind for a while. Just hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And if you didn't like the video, you don't have to dislike it. Come on, you can just leave the video. Come on, please don't dislike it, please. That would hurt my feelings. But anyway, kids, remember, that's it, the video. So kids, remember, never do your vegetables, always eat your drugs. Wear your seatbelt, stay safe. Goodbye.